Okay, so let's start preparing our signatures. So we know that there are 6 pages here, and we know that once we start adding pattern paper to complete this this page, so it becomes a double page, we know that there's going to be 12, right? So you've got 12 already in one signature. You're going to flick through 12, so 6 doubles. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to add some music sheet to each. So 1, 2. I am going to add, so I have this really old writing pad. I've had this I think 10 years, so it's now gotten very loose and the writing lines are starting to fade. So I think that they're perfect for adding into art books and altered books. I really don't want to call these junk journals because they're really not junk journals. I think these are not junk. They're actually quite treasures. And Natasha from Treasure Books is so right. They are treasure books, and I definitely don't want to call them junk journals. So I just call them altered books. I've also got some tea-dye paper. So one. I also have some really cute writing paper. So this is Teddy Bear. Very cute. Okay, so I'm just doing one for now. I also have the matching envelopes. Yes, I do. Very, very cute. One envelope, one writing paper, one tea dye, one writing, one music. I usually also have a storybook. So I've been using this. I love this this book. Kate Greenaway is a lovely illustrator. I've been using quite a bit of her children's books. So basically, sometimes what I do is I just like find the middle and grab that, but I don't want to grab that one. So that looks good. This looks like kids playing. Okay, so let's do that one. So I just usually pull here, and they come out together. So I find the center of each signature, and I take that. So then sometimes, depends, sometimes what I do is, so say for example, if I did that in half, yeah, that's fine. So doesn't matter. So now it doesn't matter. Sometimes what I do is I do this, or sometimes what I do is I actually just do it in half. And then I'll have to cut off some of the edges, but it's, not too bad. Like if it was up to here, that's not worth putting it in half, but that's not too bad there. Okay. So one for you and one for you. Alright, so if we say that that's 6, 7, I'm not going to count that. Shall I count that? I'm not going to count that. 8, 9, 10, that's 11 single pages. And then you get to the middle, and then you get again. So I'm just going to show you here what I did. So the tail of Peter Rabbit is using the existing spine. I did put 3 signatures in there, okay? So I just wanted to count how many in each signature. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so I did 10 pages in each to get 3. 10 pages each signature, so times 3. Or you would do 15 pages each signature. Say if you had 3 signatures, so 2, so equals 30 pages. So you're now going to decide whether you want 3 signatures or whether you want 2. Grumpy Cat. Okay, so Grumpy Cat was exactly that. So Grumpy Cat was 15 in each signature for 2 signatures, and Peter Rabbit was 10 pages in each signature for 3 signatures. So this is where you make the decision. Does the person you are making this for want 3 signatures or 2? Let's go with 3, and I'll show you how I did this one. So with 3, what you'll end up doing is, if there's a total of 12, so if there's a total of 12 storybook, so 12 storybook pages, and you want to do 3 signatures, then you want 4 book pages in each. If you're going to do the same for 2 signatures, then you're going to use 6 book pages in each. Okay, so we're going to do 3, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then signature 2 will have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the third signature will have 1, 2, 3, and there's page 12. Oh my goodness. Sorry, you guys. Sorry, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I heard you shouting at me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now there's 4 there. We need to make it up to 10. So what we need to do is add, so 1 envelope to each, 1 paper to each, 2. So that's 4, 5. We're not going to count the envelopes. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Good. That's done. We're going to need 1 more music page. So we're going to need 1 of these papers. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to need 1 more tea dye. So 1, 2, and 3. So let's start again. So we've got 4. Envelope is free. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'll just add a children's book page. This is Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel. The brave little soldier. I'm just double checking. This is going to be quite a little, quite a little one. Which is cute. That's good. I like that. I like having different sizes. It kind of, makes it interactive, makes you think outside the box. Maybe on that little one, you can do a tiny little envelope, put a paper clip, and just work mini for that little one. Okay, so I am really happy with how my signatures are turned out. Okay, so now let's get organized. We put everything in clips. 5 to 8 is the middle. All right, and 9 to 12 is the last signature. Just want you guys to be aware of the order. And then 1 to 4 is the first signature. So that's the 3 signatures ready to go. So this part is the part that takes the most time, and your spine is well and truly dry by this stage. By the time you gather your papers, yeah, this is the part that takes the most time for me. So the next thing we need to do, I'm going to work from the back signature to the front. So, and I'm going to use the storybook pages to guide my choice of number 1, color of paper, number 2, theme of paper. So for example, we have this. Okay, so 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to put, these are the extra bits that will continue the signature, but I don't need them just yet. So I'm going to move them to the side, and we're looking at the type of pages that we have here. So the one thing you have to remember is some pages are going to need to go this way so that your little folded in piece is here. The last page will most likely have to finish at the end of the book, okay? So it needs to be folded in this way, okay? So what I do is 9 and 10, fold in your 2 folds this way, and then 11 and 12, have them so that they're folded in this way, okay? So 2 pointing this way to your right, 2 pointing this way to your left. Gosh, I hope I'm showing that right. Okay, 2 pointing this way and 2 pointing this way. Okay. So that means that this will open like this, and you are going to need, and I know these go together, but they actually won't be together. You're going to need a piece of paper that matches this. Now, not necessarily because you might want to make it so that your book has these 2 side by side to complete this image, in which case, when you come to the other side, it might be a totally different theme that you're onto, but this is where you start driving yourself crazy, wondering how many pages you're going to put in the middle before you get to that one, and if it's going to be a book page or a tea dye or a music. Like I'm not going to, I don't worry myself that much. It will be all right. So for example, now this is a seaside theme. So, you know, if you look at it this way, it's a little bit of garden going onto the seaside. So I've chosen, you can choose anything here. You choose water, you can choose boats, you can choose flying kite scene, whatever you like. So I have a few bits of paper here that I really want to get through. So these are some old design team papers from like, this is Echo Park. This is 2017 stuff, and I really, really do want to get through this. So, like for example, this is a C one. So, I mean, I don't know about you, but that's perfect. Or, you know, that can go in with that. So, just like that, that's done. That's done for me. I want to keep it as simple as possible. And if it clashes on the other side, like if, for example, you find yourself having that, I'll show you how to change it. So right now, for me, this blue paper can go with all 3, no problem. So let's have a look here. So I also have this piece of paper that, you know, like I almost want to put it in as a tip-in, sort of there. That's really cool. Or like, yeah, I want to put it as, so I think what I'll do is this is a great way, total awesome way of using up all these beautiful papers. Like this is Echo Park. This is brilliant quality. So what I might do is with this one, I will cut off just that bit there so it's, you know, even. So I'm going to add that in as a tip-in with this signature. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how my mind thinks as I'm putting papers together just for the one signature. I promise, just for the one. I will not subject you to my internal thought process for all 3 signatures, but I will show you what I ended up with at the end. Okay, so for example, this one, I mean, look, that looks really good. That looks really good. That looks really good. But are you happy with having crabs on the other side? That's the question. So let's just put that aside and we'll keep working. Once again, we've got this, see, now this is brilliant. See, I think that that goes really well with that. So what the problem might be, if you're unsure of whether you like this or not, instead of just going ahead and just gluing it, go ahead and washi it. These are for people who procrastinate a lot like me, but I don't want to procrastinate, so I kind of want to get the project going. So I do a bit here, a bit here. Oopsies. I pretend that I chose my paper and that I've glued it, and then this is how it is. And then later on when we put it together, you might go, whoa, what have I done? This looks horrid. I don't like this one sitting beside this one. It's not, doesn't match. So then you can easily just take the washi off and add another page. But for me, this page is complete. So that was 9. This is 10. I feel like this is a really good one. So let's go ahead and cut this down. Okay, so this is the next one. And I am going to choose maybe that one. Or would you rather that one? And then you can also choose, so for example, when this side is like nothing like that, I usually end up gluing this side down. So I'd rather leave this leading onto this page. Okay, you can see what I mean. So, and for this one I use art glitter glue. You don't mind. Oopsies, that doesn't. And then and art glitter glue is instant grab. So that's 2 pages done. So that's really good. So that means, so now I've got these guys left over, and these guys will just end up, you know, being decorations. So you definitely need to keep those and, you know, clip them with your signatures. Now I've got this one left over and this one left over. Obviously I've decided to do this one. So then that will go here. So once again, you can choose whether you want to put that on the inside like that, or whether you want to put that like that. So I'm going to choose to put the fish on the inside because this is the sea, and then you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know exactly what I mean, girls. Girls and boys, if any boys are watching, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I mean, I don't know how many people are watching. I hope people are interested. I don't know. I'm filming all in the one day. So I think I'm on to video number 3. So see how much interest this generates. And then what am I going to do with this book when I finish? You know? This book interests you, let me know. Okay, so that's 3. 1, 2, 3. Last of all is this one. So this is interesting. So I like people: glad people, sad people, slow people, mad people, big people, and little people. And then so this is the end of the book. All right. I like people. I like people. But I like nice people. I don't like mad people. Okay, so, you know, would you feel like this is inappropriate? So I sort of would, but it's in the wrong orientation, so I can't use that. If you want to match colors, you can, but, you know, pumpkins and sea, not a good idea. That fits that. And you know, it's a pretty pale color. This will go well with that. Like, why don't we just use this? Why not? Why not? Why not? And we will. It's not going to be an entire page. So for example, with this one, I cut it so that it was just short of this one. With this one, I cut it so that it was flush with this one. With this one, we are going to make it so that it is just shy this way. Okay, and that's what I love about these books. You can make them so that they're, you know, custom for you. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave, yeah, I want to leave it because see how the little wing and the elbow continues on? So what I'll do is I'm gonna put it just here, okay? I have to remember to look up. So I've been meaning to do a whole lot more videoing, but the thing is, I'm running out of time. I just don't seem to have enough time to do any video. No, actually that's not true. The time is not in making the video, the time is in editing the video. So I've kind of sort of made this decision of not putting any music in any of my videos, trying to get the editing down as much as possible so I can continue to make videos. I kind of miss making videos when I have the time. So there we go. So that is done. So just like that, these 4 pages are done. Let's go ahead and put them in order now. So there's 12. So that, just learn from my mistake. Be careful. Don't just put them on top of one another, lay them out all around you. I usually do this on the floor. I don't do that in the one little area. So as I did that, it kind of stuck together and it pulled one of the pages. Now, you know this doesn't work me because this is going to be this is an area where you need to cover your joins here with the washi tape. Well, that's what I do. So we can easily go ahead and fix that, okay? Okay, so let's put it all together. So we've got 9 first, then 10, then 11, then 12, okay? All right, so we've got here at the spine, and this is what it looks like. Now it kind of doesn't really go. And then 10 ends up here, and then 9 ends up here. And then, so you've really got to be careful with your story making. So you always have to make sure that 9 starts as the first one, okay? Then what you're going to do is you got to make sure that 10 is the next one. Then you're going to put it that 11 is your next one. So you're building your story. And then, right, so that's 11. And then you have to make sure that 12 comes in at the very end, okay? That's your last page. All right, so I know it seems really strange, all right? So let me go through with you again. This is the first one. So the first page, your first page is going to be page 12, okay? First page, page 12. Your second page is going to be page 9, okay? Okay. Your third page is page 10. Your last page that you're going to add to the mixture is page 11. And this way you will get your pattern paper and your story flowing correctly. If you have a look, so we've got swirly, ocean, and you got pattern paper, and then you've got this. You could choose to do this. You know, keep your story intact, okay? And then have this. You know, what has that got to do with that? But that is up to you. Flip it over, and you've got that. So some kind of ocean theme. Then you've got a double ocean theme because you flipped it. And this is this page that you weren't so sure of, you know, the washi one. Does that go with that? Yeah, that's fine. And this little bit here, you would cover that up either with an extra strip of this, or you would choose some sea-themed washi to put through. That's fine too. And then you've got this, where you're like, what? That and that don't go together. I hate this piece of paper. I want to change this piece of paper. And that's why you washi it. And that's your end one. Okay? If we flip it round so that we didn't have that storybook back to back. Oopsies, hang on. Okay, so you're going to have storybook, shell, that's okay. Flip over, pattern paper, story, that's fine. You've still got this monstrosity happening because dogs and fish kind of don't go together. And you've got that, which is washied on, and you've still got that. So, do you like that? I knew that, you know, my mind thought, wow, they're too colorful. That's why I washied it. Okay. Similarly, if we just flip over one more time, I'm sorry if I'm blowing your mind. If we go here, you've got two story pages together. What if we flipped it over this way and put it so that, okay, so again, we've got 9. We've put it so that there's a pattern paper, and it looks good. The doggy's looking out onto the ocean where he can see the fish. You know, let's pretend. Flip it over. Then we've got the rest of the story here. Yeah, ocean looking onto waves. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Then we've got ocean here. Ocean, perhaps. Or if you want to do that. But no, I wouldn't do that because these look over, so I'd flip it back. Then you've got that. Ocean or waves with the ocean. Lady looking onto a nice paper. Once again, monstrosity here. Now you know why I washed it. Because my mind is new. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo this washi. And now that I know the page order, I can pick a nice page. I've already cut it to the correct length. And I have decided that this looks really good, so the green from the grass looks good. And then when we flip it over on the other side, we see that the green here matches the green of his suit, the green. So I've decided that this is going to be the right one. So we are going to pull this guy. You're going to remember that that's the configuration. I'm going to apply some of my glue. Not touching the score line. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then, yep. So we're going to go ahead here. And that's done. So then you have the option here, gluing that and making this a pocket, if you like. Or just gluing them both, and it's just a page. You do have the option of gluing both sides and then splitting that open and putting it as a side pocket. There's so many things you could do. I'm just giving you a few examples. So I'm just going to leave them both open. I don't know what I'm doing at this stage, but all I'm doing right now is just choosing papers and keeping options open. So let's go back now and make sure everything is in correct order. So we've got that first page, so 9. Looking out onto starfish, that's fine. And then we've got the double C. There's 10 with the waves. There's 11 double story. There's the back of that one with the green. Then the green with page 12. Done. Okay, so then what you need to do is go back to the rest of the papers that we have, and you're just going to slot them wherever you want to. So for example, there is now this teddy bear. Where would you put this teddy bear? You would put it nowhere near the ocean. So his choice is either to go here, or the choice is to go here, and I'd probably put it there. Next is, for example, this one. This one you have to put it here. So boats, yep. Next one is one of these. You could put that anywhere really. I would just for sake, let's just put it here. Okay. This one, we've got one of these. Now I would definitely put it somewhere here. I would break up this craziness. I'd put it there. So book, you know, ocean and this. And then here you've got this, and you can break it up here. Right. So you would have to flip it in like that. Whoopsies. Similarly here, I would definitely break this crazy up. So let's put a little bit of paper here and put that in the middle. What else do you need to break up? So that looks good on this side. Sometimes one side looks good and the other side looks terrible. So that looks good. That looks good. Although you could put another, I might even put another tea-dyed paper here and break that up. Okay, so that looks good. See, that looks much better. Okay, so that looks good. That looks good. That's all right. That looks good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so we've still got, you know, 3 more pages to go here. Although we did just put one extra one in, so we could take it out or we could just add, and this is how you get slight differences in signatures. That looks good. So that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Yeah, see, this looks good. That looks good. That looks good. So what I could do is let's put in, and remember our music paper hasn't been cut down to size, so I'm just putting it in just for the sake of showing you. So we're going to put a music paper here. So I like people, I also like music, that's what I'm trying to say. We could put this one to break up the difference between that little paper and this one. And then, because this is here, we need to move this to the front. So let's move this to the front. And then you're going to get to see what happened when you added all that paper. So this is here. We've got that there. So we could add this here. So I like the look of that yellow roses on the music paper, and so on the other side it looks perfect actually against that. So there we go. We have our third signature, which ended up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It had 12 papers in it. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is just cut everything to size here. So how long did that take? That took 11 minutes. Pick out the papers and figure out the order of the signature. This is the part that takes the most time for me. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit.